What's up, everyone? Welcome in. I kind of forgot what I was going to say there. Welcome into the Shakers. It's good to be back. Before we get started, thank you so much, Gabe, for filling in for me last week. You held down the fort. True friend right there. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And yeah, welcome in, guys. We're going to talk about what's shaking, but let's do some round table. Marty, how's it going? I love the jersey. Love it.
Oh man, just like what Gabe was saying on the backstage there, team. What was it? Team Dark Knight, right? Dark Knight, Team Dark Knight. Yeah, but nevertheless, greetings and salutations, geeks and geekettes, YouTubenites. We are in for another Thursday Shaker. This is where we're going to talk about what's shaking out there. I love talking Shakers because we go back and we go mid-ground, and sometimes we go fourth. I mean, it's so exciting to see what's on this list. This list, this is kind of all over the place, but oh man, Laura, it's great to have you back. We've missed you so much. Gabe did an amazing job, just like you said, holding down the fort, man.
He's almost too good. I'm like, oh man, he's
right. You almost lost your job right there for a little bit. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you did it awesome. Gabe, how's it going? How's life?
I'm doing great.
See your shirt? Will you stand?
What?
I want to see your shirt. Are you wearing pants?
I never wear pants.
Just put the camera down because I'm representing CovrPrice. And
yeah.
I just got
CovrPrice thing going.
Okay. There you go.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about. Old school
cool.
Justice League.
Yeah.
Yes.
He has the best t-shirts.
Well, now I feel like a piece of meat, and I'm just being
eaten
for my body over here. But that's what Shakers is all about. we are here again. Just like Marty was saying, I love the Shakers. I've been doing the Shakers for so long, and it's always the best show because it's always something new. It's never the same stuff over and over again. Like Marty said, we go in the past, stuff in current. We even see some stuff in the future. Sometimes pre-order stuff pops up on here. We get to do the what's shaking at the end of the show where we see other crazy cool stuff that's been selling. You get an idea of like, oh, I got that book. It might be about time to put that up on eBay kind of stuff, right? So this is the best part of my week because I'm here with Laura, I'm here with Marty, I'm here with Chris, I'm here with the chat. Shout out to Lando. We did a really awesome new comic book based show where B. Earl popped in, the writer B. Earl who did Echo.
Nice.
Yeah, he's cool. And then I don't know if anybody missed it, but everybody needs to go back to yesterday's CovrPrice coverage show where we had all kinds of cool folks from the community, some people here who were in the chat, pop up, show up, like some hauls, talk comic books with John and Matt. That was really cool. I hope they do that more often, like once a month, once a quarter, whatever. But that was way cool. So everybody go check that out too.
Oh,
awesome.
I will. That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
that sounds really cool. Well, happy to have you, Gabe. And last but not least, speaking of pieces of meat, Chris, how's it going?
Yeah. Thank you. Definitely not lean. Definitely not lean. I'm all flustered now, Laura. What did you do?
Sorry.
Oh, look at you, Laura. Look at you. What did you do to little innocent Chris here?
This is a different version of Coyote Ugly tonight. We're all just here, just dancing around, showing off.
Yeah, show off a little bit.
Thursday. You guys know what that means. It's time for your weekly Shakers report from the fine folks at CovrPrice and us, the Lords of the Long Box. I'm saying it. I'm calling it like it is, right?
I like it.
Honorary Lord, and then the three OGs here. But I'm happy to be here. I've been kind of anxious for this show this week just because it's kind of a return to normalcy. And I am 37 days in furlough, which means I still cannot legally work. I had to go in
Oh man,
find a new notification last week, and it was like I log in and I see all this email waiting for me and all these tasks, and I'm just like, oh, juicy work. I just want to get in there and do paperwork, but I can't. So
Dude, enjoy it. Like I would be loving it.
I love my job. I love working on government policy. It's a kind of geekdom, but
yeah, it's a certain mindset you gotta have, man. That it's something you resonate to, and that's so rare to see, you know.
I love my job. I love doing it, and I can't do it right now. Luckily, my job is not my only source of income. Luckily, there is some supplemental that does come in, mostly eBay, which I've been killing it lately. And thanks to Cover Price, because now I know what my stuff's worth. So.
Well, we're happy to have you. It's always a good time. I look forward to this every week too, so I'm excited about it. Everybody's telling you to stay strong. I actually just canceled a flight because I heard that it's going to get really bad soon.
Don't go anywhere right now.
I was supposed to leave to St. Louis next week, and I'm just like, oh, guess not. So
no.
Anyway,
all right, let's dive in. Take the train.
Ooh, like Harry Potter.
Yeah,
sure, yeah.
Harry Potter's great. Okay, guys, if you were just hopping in, this is the Shaker Show. We are showing you these really unique high sales on the aftermarket. Like Marty was saying earlier, this is so much fun because you never know what you're going to get. Every week's so different. Gabe, what do we have for Shaker number 1?
All right, number 1, look at this bad boy here. We're talking Absolute Batman. Number 1, the Nick Dragata Felix Comic Art and Third Eye Comics second print design. This was limited to 1,000 copies and came out last year. DC's Absolute Batman series is on track to shatter reprint sales records. But Nick Dragata's second print design variant emerging as the undisputed king. Out of a whopping 70 variant covers, this book just fetched a jaw-dropping $1,000 raw.
What?
Setting an all-time high, even beating out graded 9.8 sales. So the raw is going for more than 9.8s. Interesting. While some may dismiss this as a feeble bubble, the stats speak volumes. CGC is swamped with Absolute Batman submissions, and the census already boasts 124 additional design variants clocking in at 9.8, proving collector frenzy is a real thing. Could the hype be driven by the influence of Felix comic art and the reputation of Third Eye Comics? It certainly adds to the excitement. Copies are drying up, with the only other listing is matching the $1,000 sale. So we're keeping an eye on this one for sure.
What is happening here? I don't get this at all.
I don't either. And listen, I'm an absolute Batman reader, okay? And I've been reading him since day one, from way back. And you know, and I thought to jump in on some of the covers that I found very appealing for Absolute Batman number 1, first, second printing, third printing, whatever. But I would never think to get something like this. I really, you know, because you kind of overlook covers like this. Really, you don't really gravitate to this.
Well, Felix comic art. I love that guy's podcast. I love his. He's an art dealer. He's awesome. But they're doing another design variant like this, but for Absolute Joker. I think they did one for Absolute Catwoman as well. So
the Joker design's insane. Like when I first saw that image, I was like, "What the hell?"
Scott Snyder's been posting some variant covers. That Jock one is incredible. I made sure I pre-ordered that one. But there's some other just creepy, eerie, nightmare fuel covers coming out for Absolute Joker. So, read the tea leaves. Take a look at some of those designer copies and stuff. The last one listed on eBay just sold for $1,000 today. So
that's what cover price is saying.
Amazing.
Jeez.
That blows my mind. I would never in a million years have guessed that's where this was going.
Congratulations to the seller.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
This is really cool. Third Eye is my local comic shop out here in Maryland. They're basically the majority of comic book stores out here in Maryland. They've purchased other comic book stores and replaced it with the Third Eye Comics. There's 4 within an hour of me, which is pretty cool. But none super close, unfortunately. But it's really cool to see this. Got to get the Third Eye love in there. I really like Dragota's work on Absolute Batman and his work in general. The new Joker that's coming out, I was able to pre-order that in the playing card style with Joker on the upper left and right corners. Yeah. That's signed by him. So I was able to pre-order that. These are awesome. It's really cool to see store exclusive get this kind of love, because limited to 1,000. I was not lucky enough to get one of those, but Third Eye is a great LCS if you're out here in Maryland, and their website's good too.
If anybody has the plug, put it up on eBay for $1,000 right now.
Yes.
Seriously, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's crazy, bad, or good. That's just, it's very unexpected. Well, okay, the Jacques cover, you were saying it was the Joker?
The absolute Joker one for Jacques.
Yeah, the new Joker cover by Nick Dragota. I can share it if you want to see it.
Well, here's the Jacques cover, which I think is what Gabe's talking about. Hold on. Is that it?
Yes.
No.
That's a beautiful cover right there.
Which one are you talking about?
It's the one where I don't think this is Jock. Maybe that's Jock. The one I'm talking about is it's like all black, and he's like barely coming out of the shadows.
Oh wait, I took my screen down. Hold on. I'm like, is it this one?
Damn it! Did I order the wrong one? I mean, that one, the playing card one's dope, but the one I'm talking about is like rad.
All right, here we go. That one?
Yeah, that's the one.
B
cover. I got the right one then.
The one that you showed before, it's a Dragota. It has his tag on it. I was able to get it signed, but yeah, you can see there in the lower right. You can see right there where it says Dragota.
Beautiful cover.
The eBay list.
I love that card. It's
really
that
cool.
Was so cool.
Yeah, so that's the one that I was able to pre-order.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. So you guys, like what the guys are saying, read the tea leaves on this. We have Absolute Batman, Nick Dragota, second printing design variant from Felix Comic Art and Third Eye Comics, which, by the way, I've only heard good things about them too. Limited to 1,000 from 2024. Raw near mint. Real quick, why would you buy a raw near mint for 1,000 if you can get a 9.8 for less? I'm just curious. I'm like, unless you're like hoping you get a 9.9 or a 10, but like, I don't know, man.
$1,000 is a lot to put on a raw copy of a book.
Right? That doesn't make any sense. Like whoever bought it. Yeah.
I mean, it could have been an impulse buy. It could have been something they were bidding on.
Oh, the 9.8 also said cover price, so that's why. Interesting stuff. Okay, let's see, Chris. What do we have for Shaker number 2?
Shaker number 2. This is your brain. This is your brain on drug comics. Any questions? This is Dope Comics number 5 by Kitchen Sink Press in 1984. Dope Comics came out of the late underground scene, mixing counterculture humor, psychedelic art, and sharp social commentary at a time where comics were still shaking off the constraints of the mainstream. Published by Kitchen Sink Press, it became a space for artists to explore drug culture and creative freedom without boundaries. Aside from being the final issue, which makes it more scarce in general, Dope Comics number 5 stands out for its Charles Burns cover. Burns, a leading figure in alternative comics, is best known for his hauntingly clean lines and surreal imagery that later defined Black Hole. His influence has stretched far beyond the underground, with Netflix's recent announcement that Black Hole is being adapted for the screen. Interest in Burns' work is heating up. And Dope Comics number 5 looks like one of the early beneficiaries. This cover is nuts. Probably the thing that freaks me out the most about this cover is the guy who's smoking a joint, and you can see into his face. He's also looking into the window at his eyeball. That is just, I don't know the word for it.
I didn't even notice it until you said something. You're right.
Yeah. And then just like all the food going down his throat and the snake coming out of the spine. And this is a super weird cover. It is really, really, really crazy. Don't do drugs.
Yeah, I mean, I can't agree with you more than that, Chris. Do not do drugs, man. And this cover right here is, kids, stay in school. That's all I can say.
Okay. You want to add to this?
Mute.
You're muted. You're
Push
muted.
the button. You got to push the
Where's
button.
that video? Where's that video,
Push the
Laura?
button.
Where is it? Hold on. I'm looking. Don't
Wait,
talk
wait,
yet.
where's
Hold on.
that?
Button.
I don't know. I can't find the stupid button.
Oh,
Push
man.
the button.
Oh, wait, here.
I can't hear you. Press the button. I can't hear you. Press the button, you donut. I can't hear you.
Clem Fandango, can you hear me?
Yeah, obviously, if you press the button. Oh, fuck.
Sorry, Gabe. Love you. Go ahead.
Oh, you just still mute.
Is he still muted? Should I press the button?
I can't hear you. Press the button.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, man.
Come on, Gabe. No, maybe he's still. Wait, is he faking it now? Is he faking?
Yes,
You're
no,
I'm
faking
faking
it.
it. Yeah, I'm faking it now.
Okay. Now he's faking it.
Well played, Gabe. Well
What a
played.
troll.
I don't know what else to say. I said a lot of it when I was on mute, so I don't know. Great cover. Really, this is just a great representation of Charles Burns, who did like X'd Out and Sugar Skull. This is just fun stuff. This is cool. This is the kind of stuff that you don't see much anymore. I think this has been on the Shakers list before, or the top 10. I know we've talked about this before. Maybe it was with TiVo, but this is definitely a cool cover for sure.
The eye looks like Butthead from Beavis and Butthead. Just picture it for a second. The drawn on one. That's what it reminds me of. Anyways, all right. Dope Comics number 5, Kitchen Sink Press, 1984, the year I was born. Raw Near Mint coming in at $150. Moving on. All right, who are we on? Marty.
Marty?
Shaker number 3.
Yep. Number 3. Famous Monsters of Filmland, number 10, Warren, 1961. These, if you guys don't know, Warren Publishing, they also published things like Vampirella back in the days, Eerie, Creepy magazine. Very, very popular magazine back then. This sale marks a record-breaking achievement as the highest price ever paid for an early issue of the legendary magazine Famous Monsters of Filmland, solidifying its status as the ultimate collector's grail. The magazine debuted in February 1958, published by James Warren and edited by the iconic Forrest J. Ackerman. It thrived during the era where vintage horror films were making a comeback on televisions, thanks to the Shock Theater syndication package. In those formative years, the magazine reached its cultural peak, effectively capturing the excitement of rediscovering classic black and white films with a vibrant and larger-than-life energy. Ackerman's passionate vision, combined with Warren's savvy promotional skills, sparked a monster mania boom that inspired rival publications such as Castle of Frankenstein and Fangoria, as well as Warren's own successful titles, Creepy, Eerie, and Vampirella. The striking cover art created by Basil Gogos features Claude Rains as the tragic Phantom from the Universe 1943 film. Among issues number 1 through 21, only 5 have achieved a grade of 9.8, and 4 of these were auctioned at this heritage event. Issue number 10 is particularly noteworthy, as it is the first ever to be graded above an 8.5. making it the finest copy among issue number 1 through 10, and a true rarity for collectors. With the excitement of Halloween, Tinian's Universal Monsters reboot, and the current frenzy surrounding Mark Spears, collectors are willing to spend top dollar of these foundational treasures on the genre.
I was just going to say, guys, is the Mark Spears effect kind of going into play a little bit?
Okay, so this was back in, we've talked about this many of times, myself and TiVo, when we talked about the reemergence of monsters, and we see that not in just films, live action, even animation. We're starting to see a lot more of the monster series, even a version of that, like for example, the Creature Commandos. You see Frankenstein and the Frankenstein's Bride, but nevertheless, we talk about this all the time, the reemergence of these very classic monsters like Frankenstein's, Dracula, Bela Lugosi, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the zombie, all those classic tales from the original 1950s and 60s, right? So you fast forward to nowadays, we're looking at a reemergence, and people are going more for that, for the collectability of that, the nostalgia of that, because once again, it goes back to the days, nostalgia sells, regardless of what you think or not. And if nostalgia sells, people are going to buy that to be able to give to the market as well. So we see it twofold. So a CGC 9.8 at $21,000 plus dollars. Incredible. Warren Magazine 1961 for this monster number fill-in at 10. Okay, You look at Vampirella number 1. The last I checked with Vampirella number 1, even at a mid-grade 7.0, like you say, that's a good $650, $700. It might have been up by now. I don't know. But yeah, I'm getting on a little tangent here, and I'll get a little long-winded. But yes, we got to look at that. Look at the pattern associated with this. This has been going on for a while. This is still going to go on. You're never going to lose with nostalgia. You're never going to lose it. There's always a market for it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Gabe. Sorry.
I'm impressed that a magazine got a 9.8 from 1961. Like
right.
Nobody back then, most magazines, even nowadays, most magazines just read and thrown away. For it to be stored and kept for so long with this all red cover, the image is driving me nuts because half of it's cut off, and I was trying to read it, but half of it's cut off and it makes me feel ridiculously insane. But just to see that something like this has survived the tides of time and still come out with a 9.8, that's cool. That makes that really badass.
Absolutely. That's pretty much in line with what I was going to say, Gabe. It's really surprising to see such a crisp 1961 magazine come out when,
incredible.
I mean, you have to think that the majority of these were probably, on coffee tables in, tattoo parlors and head shops, it's pretty crazy to think that, like CovrPrice was saying, there were a bunch of really high quality graded ones that sold on Heritage. That's insane. It's really, really cool. And it makes me wonder if, these were a collection of somebody who had, new old stock. They just had this box of unreleased new old stock magazines, because you see those pop up every now and then. So
yeah, this is absolutely incredible. Just to kind of echo what the guys are saying, to find something in this condition from this time period as a magazine it's remarkable. So I'm not surprised that it fetched this much. Shout out to Mark Spears. He's a friend of the channel, friend of mine. So thank you for kind of rejuvenating people this interest in the monsters realm, because it's pretty damn cool. Famous Monsters of Finland. Hold on. Let me try that again. Whew. Famous Monsters of Famous Monsters of
Film. Say film.
Filmland.
Now you gotta give yourself the bingo.
Say land.
Land.
Say Filmland.
Play the video. Play the video.
Famous monsters.
Yeah, that's
I
a
can play it
bingo,
on
dude.
myself, can I?
That's a
Yeah,
bingo.
Bert Herngreif. Irv Hermlinger. Bing Livehanger. Livelink. Bert Herkern. Bingo Ling fucker.
All right, I'm ready.
many-
Famous
how
monsters.
many-
Fuck.
How
What?
many of those glasses have you drank, Laura?
Like, okay. Famous monsters of film land. Number 10.
There you go.
There you
That's
go.
one of those words, man. They'll get you.
That's that gets you, man. You know,
What is it?
hey, you're not the only one. You're not the only one.
All right, can I do a little quick, fun little thing? Hold on. This has nothing to do with comics. I'm gonna start with Gabe. Gabe, say Irish.
Irish.
Now say wristwatch.
Wristwatch.
Now say it together.
Irish wristwatch.
Oh, you did it well, Chris. You're up. Irish.
wristwatch.
Now say it together.
Irish wristwatch.
Yeah, it's hard, right? I did this to my kids in school. Marty, you're up.
Irish wristwatch, right?
Faster.
Irish wristwatch.
That's awesome.
Irish wristwatch. Yeah. Anyway. Moving on. Gabe, what do we have for shaker number 4?
All right, number 4. Look at this. We got some G.I. Joe action. G.I. Joe America's Elite, number 34. Drew Johnson, 2008 New York Comic Con exclusive. That was limited to 250 copies from Devil's Due Publishing in 2008. I miss Devil's Due. All right. So from about 2002 through 2008, if you were on the hunt for ongoing G.I. Joe comics, you'd find them over at Devil's Due. However, right before they lost the license to the IP, they dropped this book at New York Comic Con. This run concluded at issue number 36. And before that conclusion, this cover from Drew Johnson was one of 4 books from the run to get a variant. And what a variant it is. Only available at New York Comic Con, this book was limited to 250 copies and is essentially a ghost on the aftermarket. At the time, G.I. Joe wasn't the hottest commodity, as it didn't see a resurrection until the following year with the release of the film. We only have one record of a sale in our database, a steep $108 for a reported near mint plus copy. There are no copies reported on the CGC census, and only one copy is listed online for sale as of this writing, and they're asking $150. It's slim pickings, but it's out there for you, Joe fans, to hunt down. And now you know.
What happened to Devil's Due Publishing?
They just kind of fell apart, I think.
2008. Yeah.
But they were such a strong publisher. They did Voltron. Didn't they do the early Hack Slash? Wasn't that Devil's Due?
Yep.
It's interesting that they would lose that.
I don't know if they lost it or if Hasbro would just say, no, we're not renewing it because you got a movie coming out. I don't know. I don't know how the contract worked, but they lost it right before the movie came out. So that wasn't the best time to miss out on that IP.
Their website's still active. JSS just put it in the chat, and their copyright's still up to date. It says 2025 on it, so I think they're still around. They just don't
do much.
Yeah, they do a bunch of indie books like Hack and Slash. And
okay, I didn't know Hack Slash was still a thing. Awesome.
So they've really gone down to independent status then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens to a lot of these kind of independent companies, unfortunately. Kind of like Avatar. They kind of just, stick to themselves and kind of just do what they do. They don't go out and do crazy stuff.
Jonathan was saying Dungeon and Dragon comics from DDP. Oh man, I remember those. Those were gorgeous, man.
Yeah, good looking books.
I was a huge fan of the D&D drawings by Larry Elmore. If you don't know who amazing artist that used to draw a lot of the D&D covers you used to play back in the 80s, man. And that got an opportunity to meet that guy too. Really nice guy. Sent me this really beautiful signed book, autographed it and everything, sent it to me, and it's just. And this is a guy I remember growing up playing D&D and remember seeing his artwork in a lot of books and everything, you know? And I was like, man, what an amazing time.
I gotta play. I gotta do that eventually. We found somebody that will run the game, but we just haven't done it yet. But Anthony and I, that's like on our to-do list, is to play Dungeons and Dragons.
That's the hardest thing, is to find a DM. That's the hardest thing. And the most
we have one. I'm afraid I'm just gonna mess it up.
A DM that's really is going to capture your imagination and allow
like
you
Eddie
to,
from Stranger Things.
Immerse yourself. You have to feel like you're immersed, not just the character, but also in the world you're playing. You know, and a good DM has the ability to do that.
Would you guys want to play?
Yes, I'm on board. Matt or John, whoever's running the chat, let's do it. Consider me booked. I actually had to. I was invited to a D&D campaign that plays online, but they play online on Thursdays at 8:30. So I had a choice.
Wow.
You guys or D&D, so I chose you guys. I rolled the dice.
But that was good.
Back to this though. The DDP books. I see DDP G.I. Joe books in long boxes pretty frequently, especially at the like the flea market and stuff like that. I always pick them up. If you get them for $1, they're quick flips and they go for well. Not just the convention exclusives like this one, but almost all the DDP G.I. Joes, you can get between 10 and 24 pretty easily. So
yeah, the G.I. Joe stuff from DDP and like the later IDW era, those are expensive books. Dude.
Yeah,
these are all they're all pull box books for the most part. The only people that really bought these were people who were G.I. Joe collectors, and they kept them in their pull box. And they're not going to let them go unless they need some money or something.
Well, look at the time frame, 2008. I mean, this is pre-height of people getting back into comic books. So, a comic convention exclusive like this, weren't really a big deal. They just kind of gave it out, whatever, limited to how many. But I mean,
it wasn't like
these
a million.
Only given out at conventions. They didn't go to like another convention or do whatnot or do and keep these books around for like 6 months, calling them exclusives either. There's 250 copies. I'm sure staff got some, so there's probably maybe 200 copies that really got out into the public. So yeah, these are cool, and this is a different time where they weren't doing convention exclusives.
A different time.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe America's
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Number 34, Drew Johnson. I know too much about it, unfortunately. 2008 NYCC limited to 250. Top sale, raw near mint, 108 plus. Not too shabby. Chris, what do we have for shaker number 5?
Well, before I do shaker number 5, since we're halfway down the list, I just want to thank you guys for joining us live for the Shaker Show. There's a lot of things going on. There are, other things you could be watching, other channels you could be tuning in, but you're here. And if you're watching the rewind, you are, dedicating some time to watch us talk about comics. So thank you so much. If we could just please advocate for the channel, hit that like button and subscribe. Tell your friends about the show. Word of mouth is the best way, second to algorithm forcing, for people to learn about the Shaker Report. So tell your friends, share the show, and leave a comment down below, because that helps out the algorithm, really juices the algorithm, and hit that heart button a bunch of times, as long as it's an odd number, so that you liked it at the end.
Bring in bulldog lovers to the community. Okay, so you get to know my bullies here. I got quite a few. I got one sitting right here, there, and there. and they all love you guys, and they're doing it for you. They're taking time out of their busy schedule just to be on the show for you guys.
And if you follow us on Instagram, you'll see us talk to each other, tag each other, stuff like that. Like I sent Marty a battle pug book, but I scratched out the word pug and I wrote bulldog.
Oh my God! Look what I got up here, by the way. I keep it up on my
also
desk.
sent Marty that too.
Love
I've sent everybody stuff, and they send stuff too, and it's just a fun time. But you can talk to us and just have a good time. So you're part of the community, and you're the only charge to get into the room is to hit that subscribe button.
Boom. Well said. Shaker number 5. It's all you.
All right, so this is Little Mermaid by Disney in 1990, and a lot of people are probably going, "Oh, I've got that," but hold on a second, okay? Because there were 2 Little Mermaid series out there. This was a one-shot. Disney's Little Mermaid was a massive success upon its release in 1989. I know that I was singing the songs from the show for at least a year afterwards. The animated film grossed over $230 million on a $40 million budget, and the film poster has a gold dildo in the background. The success of the film spawned an entire franchise of films, along with tons of merchandise. The 1990 Disney released a comic book adaptation of the film, which featured a cover that mirrored the main movie poster of the film. This adaptation has seen its price increase over the last few years, both cartoon and animated adaptations of the number 1 appearance have become more collectible. Books such as Frozen have also experienced similar growth on the aftermarket recently. This past week, a CGC 9.8 graded copy of Little Mermaid adaptation sold for $270, which was 50% higher than the previous sale of $180. This new all-time high shows that an interest remains high, and collectors are continuing to pick up the first appearances of their favorite animated characters. Now, to back out what I was saying, right? This is a one-shot. It is the first technically Little Mermaid appearance in comics. There was another Little Mermaid series, but that was a few years later, and that was a mini series of 1 through 4. And a lot of people get that mixed up as the first appearance of Little Mermaid, but it's not. This one is, and this one is substantially harder to find. If you think back to 1990, and you think of the average comic book price in 1990, which was $1.50 to $1.95, this thing was almost $6, and it had a hardcover. So it is not surprising to see a CGC 9.8 come out of the hardcover, but it is really cool to see one of these books get this kind of interest in the aftermarket.
I think this is so cool, man. And let me tell you, for so many reasons too, because I'm a huge Disney fan. I still have the VHS tapes of the old Disney Little Mermaid, Snow
Those are
White.
worth a lot. If you have the case,
they're not worth it.
Yeah. I have all that.
The one that I saw that was sealed.
The only ones that are worth are the ones with the error, like the Lion King, and there's the Little Mermaid one with the background with where the castle looks like.
But they all had that. They all had that, though.
Yeah,
they're all Black Diamond with that art. They never released.
Well, they were fetching a good penny at some time back in the early 2000s.
Are we arguing over VHS prices now?
But okay, yeah, you're right. So, anyways, to get back on track, I love this. Like I said, I'm a huge Disney fan of the old movies and everything. I have not seen the new Little Mermaid. Full disclosure, I've not seen it. I did enjoy the Little Mermaid back then. It was a huge hit, a huge seller. Even you look at Frozen. I mean, Frozen topped the Little Mermaid by I think 1.29 billion. It grossed. And the Little Mermaid, I think, only stayed within the millions, 40 million, I think the read said. And so I love the Little Mermaid, but it was such a good show, and so very nostalgic for back in the 1990s too.
I think I need to show people what they're.
Just do it. Show it. They want.
Yeah, because everybody's like, "What are you talking about?"
There's no context here, so show it. Well, yeah, we won't get in trouble for showing this. This is fine.
They were going to show the preacher with a heart on.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. All right, so I'm going to show the laser disc, which is in my eBay store. I already sold the VHS.
I don't see your screen. Did you pull it up yet?
I'm pulling it up right now. I got to click the button. Okay, so this is the laser disc. You can see. I'm going to go in a little bit closer. Enhance, right there. That right there. That's
a veiny castle tower.
Yep, that's
no, that's not what it is. You're looking
That's
at
not the one, man.
It's a tower to the left.
No. That's the wrong one,
that
dude.
One.
The one I'm talking about, it actually represents and looks like
All
it.
right,
That does not. That's a castle, man. You look at the other one.
This show is way off, and I love it. I love it. Keep going. I love it.
Hey, it's not scripted, right? Here we go. Like, I'm with Marty. The one that I'm thinking about, it's not that tower. It's different.
Yeah. Let me see here. I found it because it's totally uncertain.
I got it.
Or it's
there you go.
Yeah, you're right.
Right there.
Bam.
Oh. I never noticed
right in the center. Yeah, right in the center.
I thought it was
the
one to the left. Poor Anthony's like, "What are you doing, Laura?" But I saw the wrong thing.
You see that? Yep. It goes all around, but you see it all in like 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's represent. Yeah.
I have to clarify. This is not a $1,500 VHS. This is somebody listing it for an extremely high price. Okay.
All right. What's the last one sold for? Can you?
I think I sold mine for like $10. So.
Yeah, these things are they're like $20 VHS.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. All right.
Because
they used to go. Yeah, they used to go more than that, man. I swear to God, they used to go more than that.
Believe you.
I'd go to a flea market and they would want like a couple $100 for a flea market.
There was a time where it was commanding a premium, but that was before people understood how many of them were out there. So it was like maybe 2005 when everybody realized that, wait a minute, all of them are Black Diamond releases. Yeah. Wait a minute, all of them have the big giant rocket ship in the castle. And suddenly
I think it's still cool to have. I mean, if you're into, strange collecting or certain niche collectings or, just whatever type, error collectings, you name it. It's so cool to have, man. Like I have, for example,
you can go back and find a lot of dirty stuff in the 90s.
I have this is the laser disc to Star Wars.
Yeah.
And this is something, these are cool to have. They're great. I mean, look at this old. I mean, these are amazing. They're great fun collecting that you don't have to get
so far off track, guys. We gotta get back on the rails here.
Can I show you guys my Betamax collection?
No, the Little Mermaid.
Hold on, Laura, just to put a bow on it, okay?
Put a bow on it? Really? That's the term you chose? Put a bow on it.
That's what I do.
Put a bow on.
Old media is popular. It is gaining popularity. I sell a lot on my eBay store. And this is a great example. This book right here is a great example of old media because this is not a traditional comic book. It's a hardcover back. It is graded. It is selling at a premium. I'm telling you guys, if you're at flea markets and you're at garage sales and stuff like that, look for old media. If you can get it cheap, go ahead and grab it, especially if it has a giant golden penis in the background.
Amen. Moving on. Number 6, Marty, what do we have?
All right.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Number 6, Peanuts. Number 2, Pigpen, first appearance variant by Boom Studios back in 2012. The lovable dirt magnet of Peanuts gang finally gets his first appearance spotlight in this exceptionally scarce Peanut number 2 first appearance. Variant from Boom Studios. Originally released as part of the Schultz variant program, a series that celebrated the earliest debut of the classic Peanuts character, this Pigpen cover remains one of the hardest to track down. Printed as. Are we okay? Printed at. Printed at a ratio between 120 and 130, these variants were produced in very low numbers, spanning issue number 1 through 12, and featuring the first appearance of the very beloved Peanuts character. See the images below for the run of the first appearance Peanut variants. Boom. Later revived the idea starting with issue number 17, expanding to key moments, famous catchphrases, for example, good grief, you blockhead, and additional character introductions through issue number 28. The story inside is pure Schultz charm. The carnival rolls into town. Peppermint Patty faces the dread of a new school year. Linus clings to his trusty blanket, and readers are treated to a classic Sunday strip alongside the first appearance variant of Pigpen. With only one recorded aftermarket sale at a CGC 9.8 fetching $350, this book has quickly cemented itself as a high-demand collectible for both Schultz enthusiasts and variant hunters. It is its combination of nostalgic art, low print run, and character significance makes it an awesome addition to any collection. Oh my God! So talk about now. I don't know much about the reemergence of Peanuts, but I remember reading Peanuts by Charles M. Schultz back in the days when it was comic strip in the Sunday papers. So it's yeah. This definitely takes me back.
All right, so hold on. We have other slides though. So here's the next one. Look at this is cool. The whole collection of them.
Oh.
I really like the old art style of Woodstock and Snoopy, the one right below it. That's really cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of these. I think I have some of them. I was telling the guys backstage that I think I have a couple of them, but I have to go dig them out now. And they weren't going for a ton. So here's the first one.
Such classic covers right there. Oh my God.
Those are so cool.
I grew up to that. That's the Charles M. Schultz artwork that, is the classic artwork that you see back in the day, man. That is so amazing. The original Snoopy. I mean, look the way he used to be drawn. Comparison
so these are all the
to
1
how
in
he
20
evolved.
variants.
So I stumbled across a independent book called Weapon Brown a few weeks ago, and it's retelling of the Charlie Brown series, but as if he were like a Weapon X creation, and it is wild. It is a wild book. Weapon Brown, check it out. Go look it up. It's a wild book.
I remember as a kid reading the comic strip on Sundays, right? And seeing when Lucy would hold the ball for Charlie Brown, and every time, she would just move it away when he comes to kick it, right? And I would get so pissed off at her, like, why is he letting her do that? Why doesn't he like punch her or something? And so I just remember that so well as a kid reading that comic strip.
Marty pro punching little girls. Okay.
If they deserve it, right?
Yeah.
Gabe, anything to add here? Gabe.
I mean, I've never read these books before. My only real exposure to Peanuts was like the holiday movies.
You never read the Sunday comic?
Every so often. I remember reading. I know for sure. I remember grabbing a newspaper when the last one came out, the final one came out, and then it came out a few months later in color, and then that's when Schultz died. I remember that.
Yeah. So long story short, though, we bought a collection a while back, and it had some of these in there, and they were in fantastic condition. So you could possibly still find 9.8s of these that haven't been touched.
Wow.
I know I want to go dig them out now. I'm not sure what I did.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to collect things like, especially when they have multiple covers that go back to 2012. To see something like this. Yeah, I mean,
how many stores are ordering 1 in 20s or 1 in 30s at the time too? So that's I like these color ones are my favorite. These are great. And now I want to go back to Knott's Berry Farm because that's where all the peanut stuff is. That's like the Peanuts theme park.
They have that place where you can get the really good biscuits or the really good like rolls. The restaurant at Knott's Berry Farm. Have you guys ever eaten there? They have like these butter rolls that are so good.
Oh,
Everything there
really?
is good. Like they got like the chicken restaurant's really good. Like
That's what I'm talking about. Is that chicken restaurant? Yeah. And like, but I didn't eat the chicken. I ate the rolls. I just like ate like a whole plate of rolls.
Oh,
I had to go
yeah.
get
Charlie
the-
Brown, Charlie Brown Halloween. I remember that. That was the Great Pumpkin, right?
Yeah, the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Yeah, the Thanksgiving one was great too. Like
yeah, man.
all those holiday movies. I grew up watching those every year.
Do you guys see what I mean? We're all homesick for a time that doesn't exist anymore. Peanuts #2, Pigpen first appearance variant, Boom Studios, 2012. 9.8, 350. Not bad. All right, Gabe, shaker #7. What do we got?
All right, number 7 here. Where's my tab? There you go. Number 7. Going. Oh, this one's dope. Superman and Bugs Bunny #2 from DC Comics back in 2000. So, in the summer of 2000, Superman was incredibly busy. Not only was he facing off against the likes of Mongo, Joker, and Brainiac in titles like Superman Man of Steel and Action Comics, he starred in Superman Y2K, for anybody that remembers Y2K. He fought the Predator, he met the Gen 13 crew, and starred in a wacky crossover with the Looney Tunes. Superman and Bugs Bunny served as an all-in event with the Justice League teaming up with the Looney Tunes. This series was re-released as the Disney Looney Tunes 100-page Super Spectacular in 2017. But copies of the original can still be found easily online. According to the folks at Comic-Con, retailers ordered under 20,000 copies of this book, while raw copies of this book still average between $5 and $10. Professionally graded 9.8s are a different story. Recently, a CGC 9.8 sold for $500, nuking the previous high for a graded copy that was set in 2023.
More nostalgia, right? This is more of like pulling back to when we were kids.
Yeah. So my favorite Looney Tunes character, of course, was Bugs Bunny. You know, I really liked a lot, Elmer Fudd and the rest of the characters, but Bugs Bunny for me always did it. He was
Tasmanian Devil all the way, Marty. Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah, Tasmanian for Laura.
Yeah.
How about you, Gabe?
I think we mentioned it before. We talked about the Roadrunner on here. I think last week.
Last
I
week,
thought about how much I liked it because it was, there was no talking, but it still told like a story. Yeah.
I got to go with Marvin the Martian.
Marvin the Martian.
Froghorn
that's a good one
Leghorn.
too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Froghorn Leghorn. Everybody, I had to think about that.
Froghorn Leghorn.
Yeah,
There's the Daffy Duck.
eat up the sheepdogs and stuff. Yeah.
I love Sylvester the cat too. He was one of my favorites.
I am confident. I'm confident that I have this book in the garage. I know I have this book in the garage.
You better go grade it.
Probably
Go dig it out. Yeah, dig it out.
9.8.
See if you can get a higher sale on that one for a 9.8.
And here's the thing, too, real quick. You can't find Looney Tunes anywhere, like streaming, other than Tubi. Like it's not on HBO Max or on any of the major streaming services that you would think. It's only on Tubi. It's weird. Of all the things Warner Brothers doesn't keep their one major franchise, which is the Looney Tunes, alive and well through streaming, or even some of the Blu-rays are hard to find and stuff like that. So these poor characters are not really being introduced to like the newer generation.
But there was a whole movie that got scrapped. They shot a whole movie. It was edited and ready to release. Bless you, Laura. But it got scrapped before they released it.
Somebody bought it though recently. It's coming out. Somebody bought it and brought it out of like the vault or whatever. So
man,
it's going to get released.
Macro movie. I want to see that. But I mean, did you guys hear that Warner Brothers is like putting themselves up for sale?
Yeah, like the
Yeah,
third
didn't they
time
get
in like the
bought?
last 5 years.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
can you imagine if Disney bought Warner Brothers? That would
No.
It won't
No.
happen. That
it
won't
could
happen.
happen.
No, I don't think I'm not a lawyer, but I don't think that the attorneys or the law would allow that kind of a monopoly with those two giant industries or
Yeah, they
companies
would.
forming together. I
They
doubt
totally
it.
would.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just-
they
It'd be
would.
interesting. Look, I know what Chris is saying. Hey, that way we'll have like Superman and Spider-Man together at all times, right? So that'd be interesting. But
just
I mean,
one
it-
donation of a golden toilet, and they'll get it.
No, but listening to what you guys said, it makes a lot of sense why something like this would go for this amount, because what Warner Brother, they're especially with the scarcity of Looney Tunes, right? And then Warner Brothers not really teaming up so much with DC. So seeing something like this for this price, I can see this. You know, if there's a market for it, I can see this going up for a lot more.
The Looney
perhaps.
Tunes characters are definitely underutilized by Warner Brothers right now, and the fact that Six Flags is essentially going bankrupt, that was one of the only exposures that kids had to Looney Tunes characters. And I don't think Space Jam did nearly as well as they would hoped. So it's interesting.
you can't beat that first Space Jam.
Yeah.
So, quick true story here. When I was a kid, my elementary school, we had Yosemite Sam as our mascot. Like we had T-shirts made of it. It was like a thing. And I remember one day we went to school and we were having like a field day. You guys remember those where you just spent all day outside?
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
so we're at field day and like these people come in and we all had to take our shirts off because it was somebody from Warner Brothers heard that our elementary school was using Yosemite Sam, came in, we all had to take our stuff off. We had to like take the shirts off while we were on field day because they were so pissed. And I was like, dude, looking back on that, like, let a school use it, but it's fine.
Ooh, right there.
That always rubbed me the wrong way that like they
Yeah.
were like, I was like in second grade and they're like, take your shirts off. We're like, okay. You know, like it was just weird. Anyway.
Oh, but
Superman
when
has
I do it, I get in trouble.
That's why you're not allowed at elementary schools, Gabe.
It was so odd. It was like a weird thing. It's like it's not that big of a deal, but I guess it was, and whatever. Okay, moving on. What do we have for shaker number 8? I'm excited about this one.
This one's me, right? Okay, so
Yes.
Teenage Mutant Turtles number 1, the kick-ass Dan Panosian Midtown Comics Virgin by IDW in 2024. In 2024, Elite cover art and Dan Panosian were two things that were nearly synonymous. Panosian's versatility was on full display all year, and many in the community felt that he should be considered one of the best cover artists of the year. Once again, Panosian has taken up shop on this week's edition of the Shaker list. Looking to build upon a tried and true IP, IDW tagged a big name in writer Jason Aaron and well-established artist in Joel Jones to take over the newly rebooted Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line in 2024. The book was an instant hit, with the first issue claiming over 50,000 orders. Looking to get involved in the mini Turtle Mania, Midtown Comics collaborated with Panosian for a store-exclusive variant that was an instant hit in both trade dress and Virgin editions. While this book has fetched close to $300 graded on the aftermarket, this week a raw near mint Team M and T number 1 hit an all-time new high when it sold for $177. When this book dropped, Panosian stated that he had always wanted to do a fully Japanese tribute to the Turtles, and with this cover, he certainly did that. And April, some serious justice. Being a store-exclusive Virgin variant, the print run on this is limited, and that scarcity plus the overall demand for both the Turtles and Panosian's work makes this an obvious candidate for a shaker-worthy sale. What a bad-ass cover. So
Perfect.
damn cool.
It's perfect. And little
it's
side
beautiful.
note here. I have talked with Dan before. He's like the nicest person on the planet.
Mhm.
He is so down to earth. And like the way that he had this rendition happen, it's perfect. There's no other way to do her other than this. That sounded
Man,
bad.
let me
but
tell you, man, this is absolutely gorgeous. Dan Panosian, I love the way he does women. They're so sensual. The look, it's very sensual looking look, very classic. I mean, it's very beautiful. He that did that amazing Wonder Woman cover. Remember back that was really beautiful as well. So, yeah, great job, Dan.
Okay.
Both of you are just throwing up so much softball.
I know we're not even meaning to. We're like, he does women so well.
Can't even
So
stand.
No, Dan Panosian's great. I've loved him since I think I first came across him, and he was doing Prophet, and he was kind of just like a Rob Liefeld influenced kind of Rob Liefeld clone, and to see him kind of emerge now as this fantastic artist and see him grow is one of my favorite things about comic book. Will grow. Are we all here? Did we just bleep out?
No, you're there.
Okay. Yeah, it's perfect to see him do stuff. Not only is he a great like cover artist, he's a great interior artist. Like he knows how to do storytelling. He knows how to do page layouts. Like he's just an overall very well-rounded comic book artist.
Yeah.
He's from Brooklyn. We won't hold it against him, will we? No.
I had the pleasure of meeting Eastman at AwesomeCon last year, and I gave him a yo-yo because whenever I go get something signed by somebody, I usually give them a yo-yo just because it's
cool.
Dr. Yo-Yo to give the yo-yo thing. But he was so cool about it, and he did like art on my thing when I didn't ask him or pay for that, and he's a nice guy. So.
He does that. I met him too at a convention where you just go and get something signed from him, and he always does that Ninja Turtle head. That's when you always know it's from him.
Yeah.
That's cool, Marty. Good stuff.
I think that's a little late, though.
No, you got there. You finished your story, then I hit it. Fine. It works.
I meant timing wise.
Sorry, the buttons are really confusing. But he did a lot of early work. I remember like when we're digging through this collection, I'm like, oh, this is Dan. And people don't know that he has so much stuff prior to Wonder Woman, that's where I think he kind of exploded because of the eyes. It's all about the eyes. All right, moving on. We only have 2 shakers left. Marty, what do we have for shaker number 9?
Oh, look at this one, man. The Toxic Avengers Ashcan 2024 San Diego Comic-Con Ahoy Comics 2024. The Toxic Avenger has had a cult following since its original debut in 1984, with 4 sequels and was rebooted this year. Marvel Comics first published Toxie in 1991 as the series ran for 11 issues. The IP switched hands a few times and was last published by Devil's Due in 2007 in a graphic novel, until Ahoy Comics revived the series once more with an ongoing series that dropped before the movie made its American debut on the big screen. During its panel at San Diego Comic-Con in 2024, Ahoy Comics gave away an ash can of Toxic Avengers comics. This ash can has become very scarce on the open market, as we recorded only one raw sale in January for $63, and finally a second sale this week, where a graded 9.8 sold for $275. Although the reboot became a box office flop, it didn't stop one collector from dropping a load of cash on this rare book, proving that this pop culture icon can endure the test of time. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. I was not an avid follower of the Toxic Avenger personally myself, so I can't really speak intelligently of him. But nevertheless, I remember his appearances and his role into the Marvel world. But besides that, that's the limit of my knowledge on him.
Chris,
this was a really okay. So, Toxic Avenger came out of the nerdy comedy genre of the 80s, and it was really out there. I mean, like, Porky's was bad, Revenge of the Nerds was bad, Toxic Avenger was like that next step that had all of the offensive things that those 70s and 80s geek comedies had, with like the extra level of assault, sexual assault, and like rape and stuff like that. It's a crazy movie, and somebody saw that and said we should make a Saturday morning cartoon out of that.
I love the Toxic Crusaders.
Yeah, and suddenly Toxie became, like an environmentalist call, right? When it's not what the character was at all. Marvel came out with their comic, which was loosely based on the animated series, and this seems to be more of a nod towards the original, that kind of body horror, gross humor style. I don't think he's going to rape a character. Probably not. But I mean, this IP is wild for a lot of different reasons. It's interesting that it's making a comeback, and yeah, so this is something to keep an eye on. I don't know if the interest is going to last, though.
Okay.
I love trauma movies. I love all those really like cheap made films, but with a lot of passion and love. And Toxic Avenger was probably like one of the first ones that Trauma put out that I loved. And I loved Toxic Crusaders. I was talking, like we were saying with Chris, I had those toys growing up.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in a new movie. I'm not interested in the comic books. It's a weird thing of a guy in a retarded guy in a tutu and his mop. So
the crazy thing about it is the Saturday morning cartoon in my mind, because can you imagine like some kid discovering the Saturday morning cartoon, like, oh, this is funny, this is cool, it's like Captain Planet, only gross, and it's cool. Mom, can I watch the movie? Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Well, if it came out,
yeah, they had like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes had a cartoon.
I mean, look at the Goonies, man. I mean, look at the character on Goonies. I mean, that's Sloth. Yeah,
but Goonies was a kid's movie, though. Goonies was an amazing property. It was family friendly and everything. Mm-hmm. Toxic Avenger is not, like, at all.
I see what you're saying.
I mean, they made a lot of weird cartoons. They made a cartoon from Rambo. All right.
Yeah.
A guy from Vietnam with really bad PTSD, reminded me of my dad, got an animated cartoon as well.
Yeah.
They took a lot of stuff that just had name branding and made
that was back in the 80s, though. I mean, that was, it was a different era then. There wasn't a lot of PC like we see now. So that it to see that emergence back up again, it's kind of liberating in my view.
RoboCop, as mentioned by Liger, RoboCop got a cartoon. I mean, that movie, some guy got shot in the word of the day. Somebody got shot in the penis in that movie. So
word of the day. That's our word of the day.
I had a lunchbox of RoboCop. I had like the video games, and toys, and all that.
RoboCop came out to help Sting in WCW.
Yeah.
Such an underrated character, be honest, but he is such a huge mainstream I guess character in the 80s era, right? But people from even this genre everybody knows who the RoboCop is, right? Even the remake was horrible, but it didn't stand up to the original. But going back to that day, man, I mean, that you could do that shit.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger got a cartoon series. It was weird. It was a different time. That, just like Laura said, we kind of wish we were a part of again. Because I would love to see some funky, weird, crazy name brand stuff become cartoons that we have today. It'd be sweet.
Okay. Well, we go. That was number 9. I don't follow what you guys. I think you guys said it all. Toxic Avenger, Ashcan. That's a good point. Keep an eye out for Ashcans. They tend to do well in the aftermarket. 2024 SDCC. 9.8, 275. Last but not least, what do we have for shaker number 10? Who's up?
Who was last?
was
I'll take
last.
it. I thought it was.
I was
Gabe.
last.
Okay, so it's me then. Word.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, it's Gabe. Yeah, Gabe.
Hey, perfect book for me. Let's go, everybody.
Yeah,
So number 10 this week, ending this week of Shakers, is Youngblood number 78 that came out, Image Comics 2013. Youngblood is a superhero comic book series created by Rob Liefeld and published by Image Comics. The title originally launched in 1992 and became one of the flagship series of the Image Revolution era in comics. It was the very first comic that Image put out, launched Image Comics, set off the incredible stuff that we got from Image now. Thank you, Rob Liefeld. That was a note from me. The basic premise is a government-sanctioned, high-profile super team charged with handling major threats, often involving large-scale attacks, spectacle, and big personalities. The title has been relaunched a few times since it first appeared. The 2025 relaunch appears to be a big commerce collector event as much as a pure artistic creative one, which might be great if you like bold visuals and blockbuster style. Yes, I do. This series was the last, or this issue was the last issue before the new relaunch. With the 90s now entering their peak nostalgia era, it's not surprising to see collectors looking back on their favorite series, even though this issue was released in 2013. Recently, a 9.8 copy sold for $278.
Gabe, who's the cover artist on this? Is this Jim Lee?
No, that's Rob Liefeld.
Is it Rob? Man, that's a beautiful cover, man. I tell you what, when a lot of the covers with a lot of Image comic books, when McFarlane was Liefeld, Jim Lee, and all of them were on there, man, they did some amazing work.
Yeah, they Image Comics is more than just what we see on the surface from what they produce comic book wise. So, you know, a lot of that stuff is off and on. They've had their genres, they've had their kind of ups and downs, like girly comics and stuff like that. But there's been nothing better. There's no better example set and no better empowerment that has been given to creators and creator rights than what we've seen through Image Comics. This is the industry, or this is the publisher that showed the industry and showed creators you can bet on yourself and be successful. And I love Youngblood. I love everything Youngblood. I love everything Rob Liefeld. I'm super pumped for the new series to come out. Laura's having the sneezing attack, but either way, I think maybe she's allergic to Rob Liefeld. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
But this is tight. She got a snot booger hanging out right there.
Dude, she got a little more going on, yo.
That's gross.
But yeah, this is another example of just the final issues of comics. I really have a great interest in final issues of a series because those are always minute print runs, and that's what brings up all these prices that you see. You know, things like Darkhawk's last issues, Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch last issues. These last issues, a lot of times, are more expensive and more valuable, you know, aftermarket wise, than the first issues of the series. Yeah, and this is one of them. You know, Youngblood #1's maybe a $20 book if you're lucky, but $278 for a 9.8 is awesome, especially on that black cover, dude. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so there's probably some interest in this because of the relaunch, right?
Absolutely.
And there are a couple different variations on the relaunch that I would keep an eye on the Scotty Young cover, the Absolute Batman homage, which I think is a Third Eye exclusive. Just a couple ones to keep an eye on. To be perfectly honest, I was never a huge fan of the Youngblood series. It just didn't hit for me. But I do like other work that's in the Image comics genre. I loved Max. You know, everybody's got their own thing, right? This is something you can still find if you're looking for it, because unless you know what it is, it just looks like another Youngblood comic. And there are plenty of Youngblood comics in the dollar bins. So, yeah, just keep an eye out for it.
It reminds me of Art Adams. If I had to guess the artist, I was like, oh, this is Art Adams, but then it wasn't. So, anyway. All right, Youngblood, number 78, Image 2013, 9.8, $278, guys. That is our last shaker of the week. But now Gabe is going to show us
shake, Sonora, shake your body down. We have that clip, right? I mean, come on now. If I'm doing shakers Thursday, I expect a clip. Chris used to do that back,
I know, but that's before AI started stealing the jobs of artists, and I'm not going to do that anymore.
We got to do something, man. We got to do something.
While Gabe's pulling that up, I'm just going to highlight a couple things that if you're looking at FOC this week, I would definitely look at the Inyuk Lee Streetverse variants that are coming out on Marvel Comics. Some really, really cool covers. I've got a feeling that these are going to be, especially the versions, these will be very high demand over the next few years, especially like the big jacket characters. I don't know, there's something about it that seems pretty cool. So I'm picking up Doom, Venom, and Miles Morales personally, and I'm thinking about the Magic and the Invisible Woman, Fantastic Four. So,
what a seamless transition!
Seamless. Go ahead.
All right, this is the fun part, everybody. Welcome to the Shakers, best part of the Shakers show. Top list here. Always some of the bigger books that sold this past week, and we got some killer books on here already. I love this David Finch 1 in 50 Invincible return. That's a great cover. That's
it's on the top 10 a couple of times.
That's a hard book to find, man. That thing is great when you come across it.
They say when the next season is coming out yet?
I don't know yet.
Yeah,
don't know. We'll see what happens, man. I'm pumped for it, man. I'm gonna go back and rewatch.
Man. I really did.
Yeah, absolutely.
It falls in that line that really gritty superhero, real world, kind of like what you see in The Boys. I mean, that's just really dark superhero sort of world if you're into that.
8.5 giant size X-Men for $2,000. That seems low to me for some reason. I mean, $2,000's $2,000, but for an 8.5, I think that'd be a little bit higher these days. But wait till that X-Men movie pops off, and then that book is going to go out of control.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo here with the Napoleon Dynamite, not Napoleon Dynamite, but Napoleon.
Oh, that's what I was for Halloween. I wasn't here for that show, but I got a Daphne costume. I was Daphne.
Oh, right on.
Were you really?
I really was. I had like an orange wig and everything, but I just couldn't be here.
Was Ant Napoleon Dynamite?
No, Ant didn't want to participate, so he did something
else.
Vote
Pedro.
I could be Napoleon, but no, I was Daphne.
Amazing Spider-Man 100. Here's a book that is just impossible to find in high grade. Look at that, 9.6. That basically all black cover.
Yeah,
I've never seen it not destroyed. That's one of the most destroyed.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Always.
Yeah, especially with that black cover. My copy of that, man, it's beat up, dude. You can tell it's been loved.
So we got a Scooby-Doo here, and we got another Scooby-Doo here. Number 1, number 23. What's going on?
Is there something going on with Scooby-Doo right now? Because I mean, I will list
coming back, man.
I think it's got to be separate from Halloween. I think that we're done with the Halloween. I think we're done with the Halloween sales.
I think you're seeing people that are buying nostalgia once again, because honestly, I mean, you're how well is a movie of Scooby-Doo really going to do? I mean, we've seen
both the movies are awesome, Marty. You take that.
They are. I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying they're not. But how well do they do?
They did
and you
so
don't
well that now every like cosplay chick wants to be sexy.
Okay, I bow to that wholeheartedly. I love to see that. Nevertheless, I think that's what it is. What we're seeing.
If a 6.5 sold for almost $1,800, I'm gonna put mine up because that's crazy. I've got a 5.0 green label that I can probably get $1,200 for. So I'm gonna put it.
Green label.
Go for it. Go for it. Weird War Tales, hey, again, something me and Chris always bring up, 1970s books that are 9/8 coming out of the woodwork, selling for $1,000 more.
Yep.
$1,750 for that.
Yes.
That's just a random Weird War Tales. Like there's no key on it. It's just that's just a cool book.
Simple nostalgia, man. And if it's a certain memory, if it's something that people really want, they're going to gravitate to it. Don't discount these 70 books, man. These 60 books. The romance novels. All those. I mean, if you see them, just like Chris said many times in the show, pick it up, man, because those bad boys really fetch a good penny. Speaking
of nostalgia, Transformers #1, 9/8, $1,600.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's awesome. I'm glad it's getting that kind of recognition. But
look at that.
I love
coffee too.
And that's the limited series too. That's not even the ongoing series. That's just the limited one.
Well, this turned into an ongoing. It didn't start out. There's not another #1.
I thought. Okay. I mean,
but even like the last issue says something like issue 81 of a limited series or something, like making a joke about how it just kept going. I always thought this other man here on the cover, I always thought that was Hawkeye from MASH.
Yeah, doesn't it look like him?
It does. Every time I see that, I go, is that Hawkeye?
House of Secrets. Oh,
badass. Yeah, we all went
cover. I love that. I always gravitate to green. Anytime there's a green cover, it's so vibrant. If you see a lot of green on a cover, especially back in the days like this,
that's badass.
It's so amazing.
Especially that Bronze Age green. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
With the yellow too, gorgeous. The yellow like highlights of it.
That's awesome. I would kick all of your ass at that pool, by the way. Pool shot.
Bring it on. Bring it on. I play you with my balabushka.
I'm pretty good. Just gonna say. You wouldn't expect it, but I could probably beat you. So
there you go.
Hey,
Scooby-Doo.
Put your money on it. Put some money on it.
Laura, highlight that Eric 3235 comment.
Gabe has to do it. I'm not.
Oh,
which
one?
First Paris Power Girl right there.
No, you're. Oh, okay. That's all right. Scooby-Doo is getting a Netflix series next year.
Oh, hold on. Did you do a share screen? Is that what you mean?
No. Don't share screen. It's in the comments section. Highlight the comments.
Oh, I'm like totally not working now. Which one?
Second to last.
When Gabe's doing this, I'm like I'm not working. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why the Scooby-Doo books are popping.
Oh.
If that was just announced, I'm definitely going to put up my.
Good night, Awesome Sauce Radio. Appreciate the kind words, brother. Thank you. Yeah.
Look at that weird Detective Comics with Penguin in a cage.
That's awesome.
Weird.
I think that's a Dick Sprang cover too. Who's one of my favorite comic book names.
Which one?
This Detective 120.
Oh yeah, man! Look at that. The smiling Batman and the Boy Wonder.
Click. Jeepers. There you go.
That early Neil Adams cover?
No, this is a 1947 cover.
1947?
Yeah. Trying to see who the artist is on the cover. I thought it was Dick Sprang, but who knows? That's a great cover though. Foul play.
Look at that early Penguin cover. Talking about like being a small character, That's
we got awesome. The first appearance of Wolverine.
So awesome. Seeing these old covers like that, man, you got to. That was the beginning, man. That was laid the foundation to a lot of things which evolve nowadays. Oh,
my favorite Campbell is the J. Scott Noir. Love it.
I've never seen it in real life. Cover to
love
get.
It. Yeah, it's beautiful.
For $1,100, you can see it in real life.
For a 9.6, no, I want a 9.8.
Yeah, if you're gonna
Gorgeous.
spend that much, like, yeah.
Oh, she's perfect.
It's my favorite position right there.
Oh,
She's a
so
car-
speaking of crazy
I mean, when you're drawing the character, that's my favorite.
The arch back, the cat, like she looks like she's a cat. She has like no, I don't know. I like it.
no spine.
Yeah, no spine.
How about this right here? This United Comics 21, $1,009.
Fritzy Ritz. What's the key on that?
Is that Betty Page? Looks
I
like
don't
Betty
think so.
Page, one of those old Betty Page
It
covers.
does.
But,
It has that vibe.
but this
Yeah.
is 1952, and Betty Page didn't come out to I think
there you go.
1940s. 40s, yeah.
That's the
Why is
first
it Tip Top
appearance of
Comics for the
Charlie
first
Brown and
appearance of
Snoopy.
Peanuts?
Wow.
Okay.
Would you ever think that was first appearance of the Peanuts?
No, I would totally have overlooked this book if I
Yep.
saw it in like a bin somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably would have grabbed it because I always
Buck
grabbed it.
Rogers. Is that Buck Rogers of the 21st century?
Famous Funnies. What is this? Buck
Look at
Rogers.
that.
Blonde.
Oh,
in
look at
a-
that J.
in a
Scott.
red dress.
Blonde in a red dress. That's what I'm gonna do next year for Halloween. I will, because Marty mentioned this. I'm gonna be a blonde in a red dress next year. That's
Blonde
my
in a
plan.
red dress, Laura.
Yeah.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna do it. I'm like,
And then get Ant to put on his helmet and goggle kind of star get up here.
yeah.
Buck is a one-man army of greased lightning.
We should get together for Halloween next year. Have a Halloween costume party, all of us.
Yes. Next year I'll be
Yes.
there.
Look at that J.
Well,
Scott
I mean,
Campbell cover right there.
We did it last week, Marty. You just
I mean in person. I mean in person.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay. Dig it in. Dig it in. That is so beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that cover right there. That is gorgeous.
I like
What year
how.
was that?
Speaking of, I like
Yeah,
how
put
he
the
has
black
the
cat in the
poster
background.
in the background or on her wall. She has the poster of that Black Cat cover.
Oh, look at that.
I bet her house stinks. With all
Good
those
eye,
things.
man. Good
Oh,
eye.
thank you. Oh,
I think Mary Jane keeps or Felicia Hardy keeps a very good house.
she's not there all the time, man. She's always out on adventures, getting
Yeah, that many
trapped.
cats.
And, yeah,
Look at that Doom 1996 E3 edition. That's
awesome.
Very expensive book right there.
I love how you just blown
I
that guy's
bet I
head
had
apart.
that too because I was at the
Click.
96 E3.
That's awesome.
I
With
bet
the
I had
machine
that.
gun.
when I was
That's
a
Look at
kid.
that.
so bad.
Man,
That is sweet.
I used
I-
to play that. It was one of my favorite games to play, man. First person shooter. And the soundtrack to it as you're going through the mazes was so creepy.
It is tops Jurassic Park for almost $1,000. 9.8.
That's because the gold foil one, right? So, Marty, if you haven't played the new Wolfenstein games,
I heard about that, man.
highly recommend them.
I remember the old Castle Wolfenstein games
Yeah.
back in the 80s, you know, when they first originally started, man. But
Yeah,
hear
Wolfenstein New
it-
Order and Wolfenstein 2, they're on the Xbox Game Pass, so you should
Are
check
they?
them out. Yeah, they're free if you have the Game Pass. Hey, look at that! Another 9.8 selling for almost $1,000.
Mm,
Star
Yeah.
Wars one,
Star
Love
Wars
that.
and this
and
Avenger.
the Avengers next to it,
Yep.
and the Iron Man next to it.
Well, that's an Iron Man Doom cover too. There's a boost behind that.
Sure.
first appearance of Daredevil in, I believe, in the Spidey universe.
Yeah, first meeting of Daredevil and Spider-Man. Again, a yellow suit too. I love those yellow suits.
Yeah.
This Maximum Carnage is badass. I want this so bad. This is the coolest thing ever.
I want that.
remember,
I do not have that. The Batman 251 cover, the Joker. I want that one. I still do not have it.
Who knows
still
who did
remember-
who knows who did the cover artwork of this?
It's from the video game,
Right, but who did the cover art?
It's like a Clayton cover, doesn't it?
It's Bill Sienkiewicz.
Bill Sienkiewicz, yeah.
Yeah, now, I don't know about the Venom and Spider-Man, but I know like the cityscape and the carnage, what was used for the video game, that's Bill Sienkiewicz.
That's cool.
Yeah, I remember that cartridge was red. It was like so different than all the other.
I have it right over here. I have that. I love it so much. What is a Showcase Space Ranger?
1958, man. Look at that.
This reminds me of doing this back with Tim, because we would always click on like the weird like horror and like sci-fi.
Yes.
Yeah.
There always are going to be a market for this.
Yep.
Vault of Horrors. Look at this.
Oh,
This is
look at that.
Another great Johnny Craig cover.
Vault of Horror, 1950.
It's just these kids having a funeral down this alleyway.
Yeah. Very morbid, isn't it?
A little bit. It's like it's like a makeshift like coffin too that they just made out of like spare parts. And
does the front of the coffin say oranges on it?
I think so. Like it came, like they made it out of orange box.
And you got hecklers on the side.
Yeah, they're like, that kid stunk anyways.
Look, Taylor Swift.
I love that. I love these covers. Like you had that Doom cover and Doom and Iron Man. Then you have the Hulk and the Thing cover.
The Hulk and the
I
Thing
like
cover
those
is
covers.
so great. That's such a this Something to Killing Children. This is creepy.
Oh, beautiful.
This is
Quintana did one of the. Look up his Frankenstein. He did the best cover for Frankenstein. It's phenomenal.
I can't wait till this show comes out. It has so much potential.
Oh, the Netflix one?
Yeah, something to kill the children. I think it's got so much potential. I'm also looking forward to this last season of Stranger Things.
Me too. I can't. I'm actually rewatching it right now.
I am too. My wife and I, we got like one or two more episodes left, and we're done.
You forget so much in between the time. You're like, oh, I forgot that happened. So.
Yeah, especially that terrible-ish episode in season 2 where 11 goes to those punk rock kids for like one episode for no reason and he didn't go anywhere. Yeah. I have a hard time thinking that this Dazzler thing is still popping off. $700 for 9/8 still.
Still. Heard the Netflix for It came out too. I heard that came out. Did anybody see that?
Well, is that out now?
That Dairy show. Yeah, there's a couple of great Neil Adams covers. This,
yeah, Popular 227. Yeah,
and John Stewart.
Right?
I love that Silver Surfer cover, man. I have a copy of that raw.
The most consistent Batman covers, in my opinion, consistently good, are Neil Adams and Norm Brayfogle. I absolutely love both of their Batman covers.
Oh yeah, I won't disagree with that. That's awesome. Yeah, for sure. Love this Joker totem pole cover. That's sweet. 650.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeesh.
I just picked up. I don't know if I can find it, but I just picked up a Brayfogle Batman cover this morning.
Here's kind of what Marty's saying, kind of at the end of the Halloween buying, but I love this Elvira cover.
Oh yeah,
Stevens never goes out of style, never goes out of season. If you can find one of these, pick them up.
Yeah. It's a Dave
House of Mystery. Yeah. Guys, remember her show? She used to have a not a show, but she would be in between segments of like the commercials. Yeah, the host of the horror shows and things. I remember I actually had the opportunity to meet her in a convention one year, and such a nice person too.
Were you all weird about it, Marty?
I was like, Elvira. Oh.
Did you tell her that she was your first boy girl thing?
No, I wouldn't say that. But
all right, we got a Famous Funnies Buck Rogers, but this is a Frank Frazetta cover.
Oh, Frank!
I would not have guessed Frazetta in a million years. It doesn't look like Frazetta to me.
Yeah.
Look at that. Early, is that an early Frazetta? What year was that?
54.
54, yeah. That's before he's very popular for Death Dealer. You guys probably seen a lot of his work, and or if you've seen Death Dealer, that's his work right there. He's very famous for that.
He's did a lot of these covers apparently. Like the next issues are Frazetta as well. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, this is so different than his usual like oil style.
Right.
I love it though. It's fantastic. Would never guess Frazetta. I love it when these things catch me off guard. I'm like, oh, that one maybe.
This is awesome. You just hitching a ride on the back of their spaceship. That's pretty neat. That's all good. That's all good stuff. All right, where were we? Let's go back. We're at the end.
Era of the Empire. I love that.
I would love a Watchmen 9/8, but I'm not going to spend $550 for it.
Yeah. Love that Jim Lee Superman cover. He also did that Batman. It's a connecting cover to it.
Yeah, the 608 second print.
Yeah, that Venom cover right there. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
1 in 1,000, $500 for a 9/8.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. And Blue Beetles, old Blue Beetles. I still find old Blue Beetles in long boxes.
The Charlton stuff.
Grab them when you can. Yeah.
Aunt loves it. It was his favorite. That's what his first comic he ever read was a Blue Beetle, and he has a whole collection of these old school ones. And yeah,
awesome.
I always think of him whenever I see this.
It looks like I'm going to need to send you guys another box, Laura.
And ending the show, we got this really cool straight arrow. I love these war
look at that.
Western books.
That's an all white cover at a
right.
CGC
We talk about
9
black all the time, Marty, but like the white ones, like these are tough too. They get so scuffed up and dinged, and
even today, a white cover is going to have like a bunch
this
of
is
dirt on
1950, a 9.8 from 1950.
That's
ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That must have just like been a box that was never open.
Yeah.
I think it's a 9.0, not 9.8.
Either way.
Oh, okay.
9.0. It's a 9.0.
Even the 9.0. I mean, all white cover too. 9.0. It's hard to get a. It's hard to even get a 9.0 in a modern cover with the way they ship nowadays.
That Ghost Rider non-key 1974 9.8 for $500. It's just, I'm telling you guys, I've been saying it for months now. The old 70s and 80s books in a 9.8, they are going to command a premium. Doesn't matter what it is.
I'm waiting for Ghost Rider to pop off.
It seems to be right on that verge, right?
I love all these. All these like Ghost Rider comics from the 70s. It's so 70s because it's all like, every cover is always like bikers, the devil, snakes. It's all that like that devil fear that they had in the 70s of Satanism.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It was funny. I don't know if you guys remember Family Guy did a thing about the Ghost Rider, the devil flying, it's Satan. It was very similar to what you were talking about.
All these covers are like that. It's always like, of course it's always motorcycles because it's Ghost Rider, but it's always like snakes and the devil. It's always great stuff. These things are fantastic. I love them.
So there's a YouTuber named it's Sir Superhero. I don't know if it'll let me put it in the comment section. I'm gonna try to go maybe. Okay. That is the full history of Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is a complicated background. It's an hour and 42 minutes, but it's great. It's fantastic. So if you're interested in Ghost Rider, check out that link I just put into the chat. It'll give you the full history of Ghost Rider because it's you need a flow chart for that character.
It's like trying to understand the Star Wars universe. You're gonna need a flow chart, just for one character.
Star Wars is impossible. All right, well, that was it for us tonight. Gabe, I always kind of zone out during that time. Not zone out, but I just forget that I'm hosting. So thank you for doing that every week. And let's do a quick round table. Chris, we'll start with you. Anything you want to plug before we go or mention?
So I'm not going to do a YouTube Whatnot show this week, just because I've figured out that selling on eBay is more worth my time than selling on Whatnot. So what I've gone ahead and done, and I've taken my entire comic collection, my entire sneaker collection. Well, when I say collection, my inventory. So and a couple other choice categories, and I marked them all at 30% off, which means that right now you can get a box of 50 comics for me for $28 plus shipping, which is not bad, and it's not junk. It's according to my feedbacks on eBay, I'm putting hundreds of dollars into the box, so I don't know if I am or not. But I have like 30 long boxes in my garage that I'm just grabbing books from and putting them into a box and shipping them to you. You always get more than 50 books. But check out my eBay store at Dr. Yo-Yo or Dr. Yo's Emporium, and that's where I'm doing the majority of my stuff right now as I'm waiting to go back to work. And until then, I'll see you guys next Thursday.
Oh, yeah, you guys follow him. His stuff's good. He'll always give you more, especially if you're like, oh, I saw you on YouTube. He'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
He'll always fluff it a little bit. Gabe, last words.
Yeah. Hey, just again, everybody, thanks so much for showing up, supporting the show, supporting all of us. We have a great time talking about comic books, and it's always a little bit better, a lot better when we have an audience here to talk comic books with us as well. So thanks again, and we'll see everybody next week for another Shakers.
All right, Marty, last but not least, my main man.
Man, I tell you, be able to have the full panel back again, it is always a fun time, as always. Great to see all y'all's lovely face. Great to be back on the routine again. Really enjoyed tonight's show. It's something I really needed as well. It's great to connect with everybody, especially everybody out in the chat world over there, listening to your comments, reading your comments. I'm sorry, and just having a good time. Good time as always. And we really appreciate you guys being out here supporting us. We would not be able to do it without you guys, just as much as we enjoy doing it for you guys. So you guys have a good rest of the night. Laura, as always, may the comic gods continue to always bless your long box. And the spirit of our friend, your friend TiVo, continue to bless down on him. Excelsior.
Excelsior. Have a good week. Oh, guys, right after this, long story short, head to Nearing Nirvana. We'll see you guys next week.
For the entire crew, this is TiVo saying keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.